Oh shit!
First breath I took a life too surreal. Second breath I took was the pivot and strike, finish the kill. Influenced by might, with every sentence reveal. I won't pay back, fuck a dollar bill. Remain calm as the pressure build. Gotta endure until I let this pump whistle at my foes in memory of Emmett Till. I only live to do my master's will. And shoot PK, motherfucker. Ain't no cowards on this battlefield. Gone astray but made greater. In my return, left to my mistakes. Every error was a lesson learned. Now I don't move, let's it get approved. Won't take a step till it get confirmed. Armed and tape, it was made for our sakes. March like a tank. One step will make the ground shake. My people sick in their head, Lord, let this truth spread like an outbreak and bring hell at them crackers can't escape. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I want payback for the scars in the slave memoirs. Till Christ arrive, I can't let it slide. Ignore the lies. The only free will that's before your eyes is life or death, nigga, you decide. This heaven was made for me and my fellow. I patiently wait with my eyes on the sparrow, and I pull the trigger while my lips kiss the barrel. Before I ever let a white bitch do me like Othello. I want out this wicked life like Romello. By any means, this devil pulling strings like Geppetto. Lay hold on this brotherhood. I swear I never let go. And fuck that silver spoon, got too much love for the ghetto. Till the score settle with VB, I die for the cause. Just to hear them angels applaud. And I'm true by every word I say. Cause I know my victory on the way. You want it? Nigga, walk this way. This life may be hard, but I can't give up. On my nigga hard, and I won't give up. And could you tell me about this hard that you feel so good? And why you look so good? It's real, I be walking with the angels. Boy, I can't tell it's hard, but I can't give up.
Get to know everyone. You're more than welcome to the Amen. Much love and respect to all of you.
I told you I couldn't touch. Only angels walk at my pace. I'm grateful for the words that had me delivered. I'm hungry for the glory, but I ain't eating till I feed my next. One West, what I die for. Attire out the book of numbers, this rifle from the Archangel Michael. My niggas rebels, you can't deny them. It's 144. I be running to and fro with the higher. My youth became soldiers. Ain't no folding, no pretending. We in it for the crown, fuck friends, we want dominion. In the election ascension, I hope I make it through. Give a damn what a bitch think. As long as my niggas help them true. Restrain your kindness.
Can I say something real quick, yo? What this does right here with these two brothers, for the city of Milwaukee and for blacks and Hispanics everywhere, right, to come together and show unity was one of the strongest things. Listen, we make mistakes with each other all the time.
That's
you understand?
Right.
Every time we offend each other, we need to do something like this, come back together and show solidarity, because you want to know what? There is a race of people that's looking for us to destroy each other. There's a race of people that's looking for us to kill each other and hate each other and show nothing but hatred. Now today, you know what happened? We all showed brotherhood and sisterhood together.
That's right.
We came and we broke bread together. And so guess what? Now LA knows. Black people and brown people, we know we family and we gonna
That's
keep that
right.
goddamn way.
That's right.
And that's what we here for.
Everything, somos family. Everything.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So this was something huge.
yeah,
that was something huge.
That's right. That's right. That's
and
right.
we need to let everybody on social media see this.
Everything.
Everybody should be pumping this on social media as far as they can, man. So
¿Quieren paleta gratis? Paleta gratis, véngase.
Please. Free ice cream if you want free ice cream. So, you know what I'm saying? What I can say is this, man.
Hey, acá.
Oh, right there, right there. Hey, look, man.
Paleta gratis.
Oh, my man. You want to say something?
Quedan 7 gratis, véngase. Quedan 7 ya gratis.
Because what I want to say is, look, under Commander General Yohana, the ISUPK, the Israelite School, the UPK, we came together with these brothers right here, and we came together with the original Black Panther Party. And that's right. We all wanted to show that black and brown people got protection out here. So if you got a business out here in Milwaukee, and you black and you brown, you understand? Like, but every race should be able to operate with peace, right?
Yes, sir.
Every man should be able to have a business to feed their family, right?
Right. Yes,
What you're seeing right here is us standing together as elders in the community to make sure that everybody stay locked in. You know what I'm saying? Now let's see how many views we gonna get with this.
That's right.
Something real.
Right.
Because it could have went a whole different way. And I'm glad it didn't. So I got to give a hand to all you brothers, man. That's right.
It takes a village, y'all. It takes a village.
That's right. Every month. Hey, look, we plan on doing this every month. So put the word out, man. We gonna work together every month. What one day?
The homeless too.
Free ice cream, man. If I could bring one up real quick. Hey, look, we plan on doing this every month. So we're gonna get together, we're gonna chop it up, we're gonna make sure we do this because this right here is a great momentum to push peace in every city that we that's right. Black and Hispanic coming together, man. That's a crazy thing. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying?
They don't want it. They don't want it, so we gotta give it to them.
That's
we
right.
Gotta give it to them.
Yeah.
I gotta go to different hoods. Way down in the hoods where they say we won't be at.
Right.
We gotta go there and show our face.
That's right.
Yeah. Let them know that we are somebody. That we here for the people.
Man, right, man. So again, man, we appreciate everybody. Support this brother business. We brought her heart out today, and we're gonna keep finding it out. There we go.
Why you look so tough? It's real. I be walking with them angels, boy. I can't be hard, but I can't give up. My nigga hard, and I won't give up. But you tell me about this God that you feel so much, and why you look so tough? It's real. I be walking with them angels, boy. I can't be.
Christ, peace and office of 1,000 nuts. We out here in North Carolina and McDougal projects, passing out food, clothes, and essential things that brothers and sisters may need in the projects out here.
They said free the Palestinians, then celebrate the death of Native Indians. How these other races gon' take us serious? They don't. It's silly thinking you can fight oppression with a vote. I'm so woke, I got sleep deprivation. Belly of the beast giving birth to a nation. You know how I feel to have culture and they take it. It'll never be peace, tell them free the reservation. Till it's backwards, they don't know that they exist no more. Ever try reaching out for help and you just get ignored? Pick up vices like drugs, your child fill a void. They get a youth life sentence for killing, he was just a boy. Niggas poor, what we living for? Life a gamble, it's like 10 or 4. Police hands around your neck, they just hit record. We in war, man, this ain't the norm. But you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know. Mama on the stage crying. She just lost her only son to gang violence. Pops level 4 yard talking through the vents. Have you ever tried to hug your loved ones through a fence? Have you ever been hated just because your skin? Have you ever worked all week and couldn't pay your rent? Life is trip to try and catch my balance. Every step is like I'm walking backwards. Credit card, but God check the balance. I come from where it's worthless while my heart callous. They want you to fall weak, that's a war tactic. Look how we live, what's scary than that? What you know about crossing the Darien Gap? Risk a life to live in hell or bury your kids. Either way, we gotta suffer and they just get rich. Life a bitch, why waste time telling you that? Cause if you ain't a nigga like me, you don't know how it feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how it feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how it feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how it feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know.
All right, man. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up. Most high in Christ, most high in Christ, man. All right, man. Let's go to class. I'm saying Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat Rakatah to all the brothers, and Yahweh Shabbat Alatham by Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat all the sisters. To the sisters in the class today, clap it up. Most high in Christ, good to see you, sis. Most high in Christ, you know what I'm saying? I'm preaching officer at 500 Rocket Board, and this is the Tuesday night brotherhood class. I'd like to start the class off with saying, here in ISUPK, we're here to educate so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives on who they really are, who their bloodline is, what their bloodline consists of, and that's the 12 tribes of Israel. According to the Bible, we are the greatest people to walk this earth. You know what I mean? And the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we're going to get into tonight's topic. Tonight's topic is the Lord is a man of war. That topic right there speaks volumes. You know what I'm saying? And coming through the notes, and what gave me my inspiration of that is that life is a battle. Life is about war. You got to fight. Nothing comes easy in life. You get challenges, things happen, but it's all for the Most High glory. And if you live in your life right, you will be able to see the positive in anything that happens in your life, whether it be positive or negative. With that being said, let's go to Exodus chapter 15, verse 3. All right, let's go to the book of Exodus chapter 15, verse 3. Maybe y'all some time to get there. We'll get into it. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 3. The Lord is a man of war. Yahweh is his name, man. Said the Lord is a man of war. A lot of people tell you that God loves everybody and God don't want to see any war. Right now, you got the Palestinians. They crying about stopping the war and how it's not right. They don't look at what they've done to people over their time of existing. You know, we know the fake Israelis that's occupying our land right now. You know, they complain about them being bullied on, but then turn around and bully on the Palestinians in Gaza who don't have an army. There's no army in Gaza to fight back. That's kind of like the oppressor here in America, known for attacking a people that doesn't have any type of accessibility of weapons or any type of army or anything to help them fight back against them physically. All right. The God that we serve, the God that created the earth, he's a man of war. That's important to know because a lot of these other nations speak on the God that they come to know, but the one true God that we know that this Bible speaks of is a man of war. All right. All right. That's the same God that created the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I mean? It's only one true living God. All right. And his name is Yahweh. All right. So we're gonna drop that. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 120, verse 7. All right. It's very vital that we understand that we have to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. It's is just that simple. If we don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible, the Lord is going to do what any father would do to a child that doesn't follow his instructions. Right? He's going to discipline them. You know what I mean? He's going to show his authority and show his seriousness in the things that he does to the children. Now, honestly, you ain't gonna beat your kids, but you're going to do something in which they will understand where you're. For us, we had to go into captivity for 700 some odd years, or 400 some odd years to realize that, hold on, something ain't right. Something is really wrong. All right. So let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 120 and verse 7. All right. And it reads, I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war. This is David right here. David was the king of Israel at one point in time, and he was truly favored by the Lord. And this is David's words. What he say? I am for peace, meaning he don't want violence. David don't want any issues. He don't want to have a problem. He's speaking for the Lord at this time. I am for peace when I am speaking that are for war. So like, I am for peace, but when I am speaking, they are for war. That reminds me of when we go to camp. When we go to camp, we out there peacefully. But when we start speaking, it's to wake up a people. It's to let our people know, like, look, man, you can't trust these oppressors that's around you. You think these other nations like you or love you because, you know, they show you, they make you feel like they love you? No, man. Those same people despise you. They don't like you. I don't know. What's really crazy to me is for Black women, right? Black women see it the most, but some of them don't recognize it and some do. When you with your man, you get a little bit of respect from your oppressor. They respect you. They'll see you, say hi to you. When they catch you by yourself, you are picked on and attacked and disrespected in ways that it really takes you to be in this school and be in the truth and have your eyes open to notice that you're being disrespected. Like, for instance, man, a Black woman can go somewhere without her man, and it seems like road rage is at an all-time high. You got people cutting you off, they're looking all in the car crazy at you, knowing if you had your man in the car with you, they wouldn't even look twice at you. They will keep their head straight, they will keep straight, they will keep staring straight, right? Because they know Black women don't have too much protection. Thanks to Christianity, our Black women are destroyed, man. And that's something that the oppressor and these other nations know about Black women, and they try to take advantage of. But anyway, let me get back on topic. The Lord is a man of war. The white man is for war, just like the other nations over there. They for war. But when we say the Lord is for war, that's something bad. The Lord can't be for war. Come on now. That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. If we don't have a protection or have a source that will protect us, then we doomed. You know what I mean? We're walking down a path that's going to have us destroyed anyway. And if you don't believe me that the oppressor is a man of that's a man of war, look at what he do. Look at what he did to the civil rights movement. Dr. King. Dr. King was the most peacefulest N-word that I know to this day. I can't find anybody else more peaceful than him. You know what I mean? That man was so peaceful and wanted to be kumbaya with the oppressor. And guess what they did to him? Unalived him. Unalived him. Because they want war. And that's a natural instinct when you're trying to conquer something or when you're trying to control someone. War is what happens when you have different nations that butts heads and have different way of lives. You know what I mean? Our way of lives is to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. It was up to us, and we had control of this world right now. The air be clean. The earth hates the white man. The earth hates the white man. The birds in the sky. You might hear them singing in the morning, but they're probably singing a song on how they hate the white man. You know what I mean? The dogs and the cats hate the white man. You know what I mean? Because they are foul and wicked, man. they destroy everything they touch. Where if we ran the earth, the air will be clean, and the birds will sing a song that's so beautiful. And everyone would be walking around, following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, and they wouldn't be leading to their own understanding or to themselves. All right. Let me see where I'm going next. When we say, and I want to get to this too. If the oppressor is not a man of war and not attacking blacks, Hispanics, and natives, why every time you come on the TV and you see a black man put his hands up or open the door, he might have a firearm? Just not too long ago, a brother from the I want to say the Air Force, they said the police said they had a call for a domestic violence. Police come to his house, they knock on the wrong door. So when they knock on the door, they banging on the door. When they banging on the door, the brother didn't answer at first because he kind of probably didn't know who was at the door banging. So when he opened the door, he had his pistol in his hand. The police instantly start firing. Bah, 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 bah. Hit the brother like 4 or 5 times. Brother dropped on the ground, he died. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is to say, if that's not a tactic of war, if that's not showing you that they are and the first thing the cop was saying is that he was fearful of his life. He was scared. He didn't know what was going on. You know what I mean? But in reality, he knew exactly what he was doing because it's oppressors who open their door with their firearm, and you don't hear about them getting shot on the news. You don't hear about the things that take place in black communities by these oppressors in white communities. And why is that? Because they are at war with you, black man, Hispanic man, and Native man. They don't like you. They look at your women as sex symbols. What is that? That's an act of war. How did the oppressor do to slave women back in the day? They'd go in a hut, sleep with that woman, do whatever they want to that woman, and disrespect her as soon as they get a chance. Because they don't look at you with any value, black woman, Hispanic woman, and Native woman. They don't look at your man with value. And the crazy part is a lot of women think that because it's a new day and time, it don't affect them, but it does. They're killing off all your black men. They're killing off all your black men. And now when they kill them all off, who you think they're going to turn to next? They're going to turn to you, black woman, Hispanic woman, and Native woman. They already turned to you. And last time I checked, the jailhouse out here in Dublin, California, the federal jail had to get shut down because they was in there having all type of relations with black and Hispanic and women up in there, getting them women pregnant and everything else, man. That's a federal jail. But again, that's how they feel. Because when you conquer a nation or when you feel like you have no worries upon that nation, then you go to the women and you do whatever you want to the women. All right, that's nothing new. That's a war tactic that's been in case for years and years and years. All right, let's drop that. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, verse 8. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Hey, you got any questions you want to add in, sis, or you want to put some little input in to why? No sweat, most high in Christ. See here, we're going to go to Ecclesiastes, Salaki, not Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiastes, Salaki, chapter 3, verse 8. All right. So this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. What does the Christian church say about the Most High? They tell you, man, look, the Most High loves everybody. That love. Most High loves every race and everybody, man. But those Christian pastors don't read the Bible. Because if they read the Bible, they'll see in Ecclesiastes chapter like Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, verse 8, it said it's the time for love. What does that mean? It's a time to love everybody, man. Or not love everybody, but it's a time to love your people. It's a time to relate to the issues that your people are going through. That's what love is. To not pass judgment on your people and to understand that the plight that Black people, Hispanic people, and Native people go through here in America is all created from one source. And that's what happened to us years and years past. I had an argument with my neighbor, a discussion, and he's telling me that slavery is done with. Slavery didn't affect anybody to this day. And for Black people to continue to talk about slavery affecting them is crazy. But of course, he's a Moabite, and he don't understand the plight of Black suffering here in America because he can't relate to that. You know what I mean? Because he feel like he grew up in the hood, he has some sense, but he has no sense of what Black people go through. The suffering that we went through as a people is on a whole nother level than any people have ever seen. And whoever on the face of this earth that can say that they've been, poor, suffering, struggling, they haven't seen it to what Black people have seen. You know what I'm saying? And I say that to say it's a time of love. It's a time for us to love each other and not be so hostile. Black people are the most kind and effective people on the face of this planet. Because after everything that we do, we are still trying to get along with these other nations who have tortured us and did us wrong. No other nation can say that. Look, I mean, you can look at the history. The Palestinians and the Israelis don't like each other because they both feel like they both got wrong with those people, right? But Black people, we have been through it for 400 years and we still feel like, maybe Mr. John ain't that bad after all, man. He cut me a check, but you going to work and you slaving for that check. And Mr. John ain't putting nothing in your community to try to change your community because he don't give a damn about Black people. And that's what we have to understand. If we don't care about ourselves and focus on ourselves, then we won't have anything. This is why everyone in the world should be thankful for the ISUPK, the Commander General Yohana, and should thank the Lord because he blessed a man with so much wisdom and knowledge on how to build a nation, how to build this nation back up to what we should be, how to raise a man, how to raise young men up, how to tell young boys how to be, how to tell young girls how to be, to give women and children protection that they need. You know what I'm saying? You only find that here. All right. So then he say, it's a time to love and a time to hate. It's a time to hate. They say the Lord don't hate, but the Bible says it's a time to hate. Why would the Bible say it's a time to hate if you shouldn't hate? It's the same Bible that the Christians read from daily. It's the same Bible that them small hats be reading out of. It's the same Bible that these oppressor preachers be reading out of. It's what they say they believe. But the Bible said it's a time to hate. Yeah, it's a time to hate. Let's continue on. A time of war. What's going on in the Middle East? They warring right now. It's a time of war. What are they fighting for? Why are they warring? Because they're going to, some say they defending themselves, and some trying to put down a law and let you know, like, look, I'm a son of you right now. You can't come against me. All right? And it's a time of peace. Right now here in America, man, look, we in a time of peace, man. We ain't worried about the oppressor, man. We just trying to live life and get through it. Why? Because we know the Most High is going to handle any other affairs after that. He's going to send his son Yahushua down here and ooh-wee. They're going to dance with these oppressors. Then it will be a time of war. Right now, it's a time of peace, man. We ain't, you know what I mean? But it's also a time to come together and build this nation up and become one. And we have to understand, all right? With that, let's drop that. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 40. As Black people, we fight against sin. That's all war. On this earth right now, all war is fighting against sin. And in order for us to get any type of victory off of this war that we're fighting, we have to follow the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments. If we slip on one, that opens the door for sin. That opens the door for us to be attacked. And right now, man, we got to understand that we can't afford to be attacked by anything, man. We got to come back to the truth, come back to where we know we need to be. We get grounded in the truth. So let's see. We're going to go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 2. Right here. All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 2. Let's see. Okay. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 2. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem. Who is Jerusalem? Jerusalem is talking about the 12 tribes of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives. It's not talking about those people in what they know as Jerusalem today. It's not talking about those people. Let's continue on, all right? And cry unto her that her warfare is accomplished, that her iniquities is parted. For she have received of the Lord's hand double for all her sins. Look here, man. The Lord said he's going to give her double for all her sins. She have received double. How do we know we've received double? Look at what we've been through as a people. Look at what we suffered as a people. They like to say that this Bible is not talking about blacks, Hispanics, and natives. But from what I can see in this world, man, blacks and natives and Hispanics suffer the most. Like if I was to put the Bible side by side and read the Bible while I'm looking through this, through the time of history, I'm gonna be like, damn, the slavery. Oh yeah, look, man, it hung on trees. Look, man, they get fed abomination. I mean, Malcolm X's mother actually in a book they wrote, they said his mother had all the kids and she was starving. They just killed his father, and they wouldn't really eat no food and nothing like that. And local white butchers in her community would butcher meat. Well, when they cut the meat up, they was trying to offer her pork and like pig, like ribs and all this other pig stuff, knowing that the woman did not eat pork. And they would tempt her with it. Like, look, I know you got all them kids at the house. I know y'all hungry. Come get this slab of ribs right here, man. Come get this pork right here, man. And she stood on business. You know what I mean? She's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? And that takes strength. But in the Bible, it talks about those type of things happening. I want to say in Ezra, the book of Ezra, it talks about a woman who had 7 kids, and the king called all her kids up, and he unalived all of the kids because they wouldn't eat pork, or they wouldn't go against the laws of the Lord. You know what I mean? And even got all the way down to her. And that's, who else fit those curses? You can't show me a Caucasian woman who don't want to eat pork. You can't show me a Caucasian woman who was forced to eat pork. You know what I mean? But that happened to us as a people, man. And we fit these curses. So, like, let's drop that. Let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. Go to 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. They love to say the ISCPK is a hate group. They love to say that we teach hate. But if we don't, if the ISCPK didn't exist, where would black people be to this day? Like, black people have to understand, like, the Christian church tell you to do what you want to do, live how you want to live, and every single day the Lord will forgive you. It's like every day you get forgiveness. Well, here in the school, we telling you, like, look, and you got a time period to get it right. And honestly, the key to not involve yourself in the world is to not really involve yourself with the world. And it's kind of crazy and it's kind of hard to look at it like that because, you know, we all are sociable. We have family and friends that we like to talk to and like to be with. But you got to surround yourself with strong people who got the same morals as you and a mind frame as you. If not, you're going to fall victim to the world. You know what I mean? This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapon of our warfare are not carnal. What does that mean? You know what that means? The weapons of our warfare are not carnal. All right, so the word carnal, when you hear that the weapons of our war is not carnal, it's not physical, like guns, knives, and like other weapons like bombs and stuff like that. Those are our weapons of war. All right. Let me see what's next. But might through God to the pulling down of strongholds. Our war is through God, through His law, statutes, and commandments, to living a righteous lifestyle. That's what we use for all war, because we know if we follow that and we get in line with that, we're gonna be all right. Our Lord is going to protect us, and you can't just do it and just say, "All right, I'm doing this or this." You gotta have faith in it. You gotta understand that you're gonna go through hard times, even in the school. You can be in the school, you're gonna be tested and tempted more than ever in this school. And why is that? Because the devil really want to knock you off your horse. Because you in the school, you follow the Lord's laws and statutes, man, you are valuable to Him. You know what I mean? He wants to tear you down, and you have to be strong. You have to surround yourself with priests and prophets and sisters and have your kids around kids in the school, because these kids in the school is being raised in a certain type of fashion. They have order that they're being raised with. These kids in the world don't have that order. They want to be like little Durkio, popping a Perkio and Smuckio, and they want to do that. Where the kids in the school, they listen to Captain Akkad and Natsazar, and you know what I mean. They watch the Friday the Hebrew language class. You know what I mean. They want to speak Hebrew. That's their slang. You know what I mean. And we have to build this nation up. If you allow yourself to be attacked by these nations, by the world, you will get attacked by the world, because the Lord sees everything, but the devil also sees everything. See somebody real quick. Hey, my brother Malcolm Yah, the water for tuning in. Hey, y'all, the water, sir. I don't want to corrupt. Water for tuning in. Princess Azara. Shalom Yahweh. Shalom Yahweh. Shemwa Alatha. The water for tuning in. All right. The Lord is a man of war. That's the top of his fast, but we are all subject to be attacked. The devil, listen, if he was just, if he wanted the weak, he'd go for weak. To be weak, what does that mean? Like, you ain't even in the truth. What benefit do the devil have in conquering the weak? There's no benefit in that. He's going to go for the strong. Look, when I used to be in school, I used to have fighting people. I wasn't fighting the regular dudes that followed the people who I wanted to fight. I go straight for the big dog. If I punch the big dog, oh yes, sir. If I can knock that big dog down, I ain't got to worry about none of these little ones that running with. You ain't got to worry about them. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the devil is. He's like, oh yeah, the Israelites right there, I'm gonna get them. Oh yeah, sis right there. She said she in the truth. Yeah, I can test her. How do we know that's to be the fact? Because look at what happened to Job. That's the same thing that happened to Job. He wasn't worried about nobody else. He came to the Lord and asked the Lord, what about your servant Job? Let me touch him. Because his glory isn't to having brothers drop the sword, leaving the truth. That's his glory. But you got to stand strong, man. You got to stand on this truth, man. That's why I submerge myself in these classes. I watch these classes and break down every class, every day it's an ISUPK class being taught, and 9 times out of 10, I'm tuning into that class. Or talking to one of my brothers, or with one of my brothers. I stay submerged in this truth because I'm not exempt from being tested either. But when that test come to me, I will be able to see it more clear being in the truth than being outside of it. All right, let me see where we at. Salakia. Salakia. Maybe this was 4. And Salakia, let me just go back real quick. It says, but mighty through God to pull down strongholds. What are strongholds? Strongholds is in your mind. The things that play with your mind, like, man, you be hearing people like, man, damn, I gotta smoke a blunt. I'm stressed out, I need to smoke a blunt. I'm stressed out, I need to drink. Oh yeah, my rib sheet tripping right now. I'm finna go cheat. I'm finna go find me a thick one and blam cheeks. Like that's the thoughts in your mind. And then like you can't relate that to God. Then all of a sudden somebody pull up, hey, yeah, they just pull up on you while you mad after you say you need to smoke. Oh yeah. Hey, what's up? You wanna hit this? You're like, man, that was God right there for sure, man. I need to hit this button, man. I'm hella stressed out. No, that's not God at all. That's the devil who is listening to who listens to you just like God listens to you, and he sends somebody through. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be brothers who be like in the real, like, I'm broke. I don't have no money. I need to hit a lick. Next thing you know, they partner pulling up in the Bugalito Supreme with a top of the car, like, yeah, hey, bro, these niggas over here got some money. Let's slide on them. Like, that's not God. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to show you that the devil will tempt you in different ways. The devil will come to you. It ain't going to have nothing to do with what God said. And God will let it happen because God expects you to be stronger. God expects you to be stronger than dropping your sword to go get high. God expects you to be stronger than not coming to the school and staying at home and just laying at home because you feel like you just died. The Lord wants you to get up and come to the school. The Lord wants you to get up and put that work in. The Lord wants you to hold down your priesthood and your sisterhood. You know what I mean? Every sister in this school should know how to make unleavened bread. The Lord wants y'all to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Every brother should be able to break down scriptures and teach classes. The Lord wants you to be able to do that. And when you don't have that zeal to do so, then you got to check your spirit because you're being attacked by a demon. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's see. Lock here. Casting down the imaginations and every high things that exalt itself against the knowledge of God, and bring it into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. It's saying that casting down the imaginations are those wicked holidays, those things that you want to celebrate, those things that you think mean everything. You know what I mean? Like Mother's Day just passed. Everybody feel like they need to gift on Mother's Day. The whole time you ain't trip off no gift, but Mother's Day you will break up with your dude because you didn't get a gift. Same as Valentine's Day. Christmas the same thing. If you don't get a gift on Christmas, you lose your mind. If you don't come in the house and bring presents for your kid, you can already kill him. Unalive him. Because he didn't bring no gifts in. And in reality, that's not a day that you should worry about. You should be worried about being treated like a woman and acknowledged like a woman every day of the week. You should be worried about being treated like a woman and acknowledged like a woman every day, not just Mother's Day. It don't take Father Day to come around for you to get a gift or get treated like you're somebody important. When every day you should be a father. Every day should be important. Should be important to your kids and to your ribs to show you that you are a good man and that you're a man that's involved in this kid's life. That's what we got to get through. And the whole time we put all this value on these days, and the oppressor is making money off of us. We're not getting nothing. We're not making anything. It's not bringing in. It's not changing the aspect for. It's not changing nothing for us. But we put so much emphasis on these holidays that they put in front of us. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's drop that. So like, let's drop that. Let's go to 1 Timothy chapter 1, verse 18. 1 Timothy chapter 1, verse 18. And if I'm not mistaken, 1 Timothy is after. Let's say after the Philippines. After Thessalonians. Yep, after Thessalonians. The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 1, verse 18. You have some time to get there. Boom. Okay. All right, so this is the book of Timothy. Just to give you some history on Timothy. Timothy was Paul's right-hand man. Timothy would be like a General Muhammad to General Yohana. All right. So let's get this. This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 1, verse 18. This charge I commandment unto thee, son Timothy, according to the prophecies which went before on thee, that thou by them mightiest war as a good warfare. What does that mean, charge? What does that word charge mean? This charge, he said, this charge I commit unto thee. This charge I commit unto thee. What does that mean? This charge, meaning he's ordering to me. When you hear the word charge in the Bible, that's an order. So if I say I charge you right now to do this, I'm telling you like do that, get that done. That's an order. He said, I charge this charge I commit unto thee, son Timothy, according to the prophecies which went before on thee, that thou by them mightiest war a good warfare. What does that mean, man? You fight a good fight. You stand strong. Don't let nothing knock you off your balance, man. You know who you look, you know who you are. You know what we need to do here in this school. We need to save our people. So you fight a good war. You don't let nothing change. If you're a sister in the school, you fight a good war, sis. You stand on this truth. Be sweet, be gentle. You know what I mean? Listen to the man above you. If you need any help, you got any issues, seek counsel. Get into the school. Bring some food up in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Come in this thing with some unleavened bread when it's the feast of unleavened bread. Pay your tithe. Help build this nation up. Because although you might not feel like you have a role in what's going on, you have a huge role in what's going on. Everyone does. Just paying your tithes alone help us open up more schools. Coming to the school when we feeding the homeless and cooking, help feed the homeless is helping us out tremendously. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how many times I went to a food giveaway, a food drive that Officer Karanyala was throwing, and the food alone that he brings, it ain't enough. It seemed like, you know what I mean? And then we got sisters who come in with another pot of chili, another pot of you know what I mean, chicken noodle soup. You know what I mean? Because we all have to work together. We all have to push this agenda. Everybody being present is important. Every brother teaching classes and making a presence felt is important to this truth. Because without that, we don't have nothing. Unity speaks value to a people that don't have anything. The more numbers you have when you do things, it puts out a bigger impression and people see it more. It can be two people who walk up and down the street and get sandwiches away. And people be, oh yeah, cool, thank you, I appreciate it. But if they see 10 brothers walking up and down the street getting sandwiches away, they're gonna be like, man, these brothers are on something. They trying to push a movement. They trying to get something done. You know what I mean? It takes us all to do something. You know what I mean? It's a lot. Let's drop that. Let's go to the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 2. That's Select 2 Timothy, Select chapter 2, verse 2. This is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 2. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful man. The same commit thou to faithful man, who shall be able to teach others also. Who shall be able to teach others also. So like this is what the Lord is saying, man. Let's break it down for the top. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful man. So he's saying that the things you heard of me, these are the same things that these faithful men will be able to do. They got the same job that I got. The same thing that you hear me to do, these faithful men is going to be able to do. We'll continue on. Who shall be able to teach others also? Look, the same breakdowns you can get from Commander General Yohana and the generals, you should be able to get these same breakdowns from the officers. You should be able to get these same breakdowns from the captains, from the officers. These breakdowns don't change. If you need to know something, you can get the same thing from me as you can get from the higher command. Why? Because they teach us these things. This is not something that you just learn on your own like these Christian pastors. They all teach a different doctrine. That's not how we work in school. We all teach the same doctrine. We all talk about the same thing. All right. Let's go to verse 3. Salaki. Thou therefore endured hardness as a good soldier of Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai Mashiach. You endure hardness as a good soldier. Why is this in the Bible? Because he's telling you that you're going to come across hardship. Being in the truth is not easy. None of this is easy. You think it's easy for brothers to get up and get off the stage and come straight to teach? You think it's easy for sisters to keep their damn mouth closed? Because you got to believe this: sisters don't know how to keep their mouth closed. You think it's easy for brothers to turn away from being a part of the world and accepting certain things in the world, to be looked down by your kids who don't celebrate Christians and all that probably affect brothers, and it should, because you don't want to feel like you let your kids down. But at the end of the day, the Lord and what the Lord say do is more important than anything. So like, what you gotta do? Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier. What we're enduring here as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native in America, we got to endure this hardness as a good soldier. In faith and knowing that the Most High will come back and avenge us, because he is. He's going to send his son down here and they going to get it on. You know what I mean? We've been saying this for years. And everything we've been saying been coming to life. So now everybody just waiting back and like, damn, the Israelites been saying when World War III pop off, it's going to go crazy. This was going to happen. So now you got people like, you got these so-called woke people looking like, okay, man, maybe they own something, man. These brothers been saying this since 1969. You want to see it. But guess what, man? And look, you got to endure this hardness, man. You got to understand suffering. You got to have faith as a sign of a mustard seed, according to the scripture. If you know what a mustard seed is, look, hey, a mustard seed is, man, look, it's so small, man. Like, if you throw a mustard seed in the air to catch it, you won't be able to catch it. If you ain't got no good eyesight to see where that mustard seed is, you're not going to catch that mustard seed. But you got to have faith like that. Something so hard to see and something so small, but you got to have that faith. And a mustard seed, if I'm not mistaken, when you plant a mustard seed, that seed grows into a tree, probably one of the tallest trees in your neighborhood, if you plant a mustard. Just having that little bitty faith, all right? Let's go to verse 4. In verse 4, no man that warreth entangles himself with the affairs of this life. So the Lord said that if you war, you don't entangle yourself with the affairs of this life. What does that mean? You're not going to the military, you're not warring. When you go to the military, you taking on the affairs of this life. How do you war? Saying no to drugs. Coming to the Sabbath service. Learning your true language, the holy tongue, man. Turning away from sin. How do you turn away from sin? Following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, man. That's how you war. Look, it says right here. No man that warreth entangled himself with the affairs of this life. You don't smoke weed, man. You don't do drugs. You don't sell drugs to your people. Let's continue on. That he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. Again, it's a soldier. So the Lord don't want no cowards, man. The Lord don't want nobody who's soft, who weak, feminine. You know what I mean? The Lord wants soldiers, man. That's why the UPK is how we are, and that's why we're hated by all these fake Israelite groups, because we teach man to stand up, fight. Man, we don't care how deep you are, man. We don't care. I don't know if y'all paying attention. Like every name that we make and we push, Kentucky with the KC4. You know what I mean? Like how many of the fake Israelite group dudes it was? Man, the Lord wants soldiers, man. You got to have heart to serve the Lord. The Lord don't want nobody weak, man. It's easy to join a group that you see 15, 20, 30, 40 people wearing purple. That's easy to join that group. But when you join a group that's smaller, that's giving you the truth, don't get it wrong, man. The UPK, we thick out here, man. No diddy. But we also have our own camps. And you might come across a camp that have maybe 6, 7 brothers in it. But them brothers is going to talk and teach as if it's 20 of them, 30 of them. And no other group is going to pump fear in us. No Christian group, no fake Israelite group, no Palestinian group, no Israeli group, no Caucasian group will pump fear in us. We know we serve the Lord, and the Lord requests soldiers. And that's what we are here in the UPK, all right? So, like, verse 5. And if a man also strive for masteries, yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully? Look, man, you gonna get crowned. You gonna get that crown in your head. You're gonna get that crown in your head. Brothers who strive and strive lawfully, they get recognized for the things they do. Helping their people. And it ain't gotta be recognized. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. I don't want to be recognized for anything that I do. I don't have to be. I know in my heart I need to do it because it's pleasing to my Father. Other than that, for what? I'm gonna be a UPK nigga to the death of me, man. Everything I know is UPK. I was talking to my son the other day. I'm like, hey, yeah, son, you know, what block your daddy grew up on? Where I'm from? He said, you from the ISUPK. Hey, look, hey, that made me smile. Because my son said, I'm from the UPK. He didn't say, yeah, Dad, you grew up on this block. You from Crenshaw Mafia, you from blue, you blame blue, you blame red, you from 98. He didn't say none of that, man. He said you from the UPK, man. And that's both values, man. Endure hardness means be tough, man. Don't be weak. You can't be weak, man. All right? Let's drop that Salakia. Let's go to Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. Let's go to Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. And that's right after Galatians chapter 6, verse 12. I'll give you some time to get there. All right. This is the book of Ephesians, Salaki, chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, meaning what? We don't wrestle against flesh and blood. Meaning we don't fight against flesh and blood. That's not our fight. We don't battle against flesh and blood. So we don't sign up for the U.S. military to go do that to gain some type of recognition or notoriety. We don't go out here and fight other Hebrew Israelite groups because there's no need for that. You know what I mean? We don't wrestle against flesh and blood. Let's continue on, all right? But against principles, against principalities, and against powers. What is the principality? The law, statutes, and commandments, how you should be living your life, how you should be conducting yourself. And what is the and against powers? What are those powers? Anybody out there that's tuning in? What are those powers? Against powers. Nizam Anan, Shalom Yahweh, Alatah Bashim Yahshua, Sister Water for tuning in. What are those powers? Against powers, meaning against Christian churches. We don't battle against it. We don't battle against, the government and anybody in form of power. There's no need to. Let's continue on. Salakia. Against rulers of the darkness of this world. Who are the rulers of the darkness of this world? You're a politician. That's why we don't vote in the UPK. I don't know what them people do that wear purple. I'm sure they vote because they got dreadlocks and everything in there. So I know they vote. We don't vote. We don't vote in the UPK because we don't go against the rulers of the darkness, which are your politicians, your presidents. We know that voting and trying to take someone out of the White House and putting someone else in there is not going to change the suffering that Black people go through. We know that here in the UPK. We know that it's going to take the power of the Lord to change our situation. It's not something that's going to be changed by an oppressor, by a devil, or evil. We know that. All right, let's see where we at. Against spiritual wickedness in high places. What is spiritual wickedness in high places? That's your Christian pastor. Spiritual wickedness. God, for God so loved the world, not even knowing what they talk about. Don't worry about it. Come into church as you is. God forgives. You don't know what he's talking about. Don't know what they're talking about. You got to be aware of them. Because all they want is your dollar. Creflo dollars. Creative flow of dollars. That's what Creflo dollars means. Creative flow of dollars. He ain't really caring about your grandma, about her giving up her social security check to support the church because she actually believes in what the lies that he's telling her. He don't care about that. Joel Austin got caught hiding money behind a urinal in the wall in his church. They don't care about us. They don't care about Black people. They care about their money. The only place you can find on this planet that don't care about money and care about you is here in the ISUPK, man, under Commander General Yohana. You know what I mean? Yeah, we tell you to pay your tithes, but the work is seen in what we tell you to do. You can see it. I'd be happy to pay my tithes every time because I see the work. I see schools opening up in places that I'm like, dang, it's a school there now? Wow, that's crazy. I see how Gloria was at Passover. Pay your 200 people. You should. You got lamb, and look, it wasn't just a little bit. You had the fair share of lamb. You got into an event, all Black party. Like your money, you see where your money is going to. Where you can't do that with the Christian church. All right. Continue on. We're going to go 13. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God. What is that? The whole beliefs of God. Everything God tell you, take that unto you. And you wear that. And you don't let it go. Brothers shouldn't drop their swords. You should hold on to that. That's going to make you who you are, who you going to be, who you want to be. Let's continue on, all right? And ye may be able to withstand in the evil days. What's the evil days? The days we face with right now. Where if a black man put his hands up and say don't shoot, he getting shot. A black man riding in the car with his rib and he got a firearm, his ribbing his kid, he got a firearm on him, and the police see it, they gonna shoot him. In a time where more black women are missing and no one know where they are. In a time where kids are being taught that it's okay to live an alternative lifestyle when they know it's wrong. No other nation, no other country like America, no other nation pushes the agenda that America pushes. If you don't know, that's why America is being exiled out of everyone's, crew, being a part of every other country. Africa got mad at America. Like, man, you can't bring that sodomite stuff here, man. We don't want that. The Asians, all of them, they're like, they don't want that. But they push these things on you, and you begin to think that it's okay to do. You let that brainwash you to convince you that it's okay for your kid to grow up and like whoever they want to like. The hell with that. If my son tell me he likes other boys, I'm going to disown his ass. Straight up. I'm not going to accept it. But that should never happen with him because I'm teaching him right and wrong. I tell him every day, like, hey, look, check this out. Boys like girls and girls like boys. That's it. Period. And those are conversations you should be able to have with your kid and not being told how you should raise your kids. Everybody should want to raise their kids to be something better than who they are. And if I tell my son he can like whoever he wants, that's not making him better than who I am. Me telling my son to put on all black when he comes to the traffic service or when he comes in his class and shut his mouth is making him better than me. Read my son the Bible stories and break them down accurately and let him know what the Bible says about black and niggas. That we are great people, that we are the Lord's chosen people. That's making him better than me. Telling my son I don't want him to play football and be successful by playing basketball. I want him to change the situations for his people. Is making him greater than me. All right. So lucky. So lucky. We're not gonna go there. We're gonna drop that. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 144, verse 1. The book of Psalms, chapter 144, verse 1. What time is it? It's 32 hours. I have two more scriptures here. Wrap it up. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 144, verse 1. This is the book of David. All the Psalms is written by David. So, blessed be the Lord, my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. David's saying here that I know how to defend myself thanks to the Most High. Thanks to the Most High, I know how to defend myself. What do you say? Blessed be the Lord, Yahweh, my strength, which teaches my hands to war and my fingers to fight. David was one of the greatest kings of Israel that walked the face of the earth. Rulers of Israel, Salafi. And David was going around knocking things back. No, did he? David was around slaying. He killed Goliath, a giant, an old stanky African with probably a ring in the middle of his nose with some golf ears and some stanky ass crusty feet. He slayed him and knocked him down. David did. David been unaliving them. You know what I mean? The Philistines. And all them heathens. But David said he couldn't do none of that if it wasn't from the Most High. That's heavy. That's how you know everything you do, any battles you win, it comes from the Lord. Any battles you win. That's why you got to stand strong on the Lord, all right? We're gonna drop that. Let's go to Exodus chapter 23, verse 22. The book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 22. This is going to be my last precept. The book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 22. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 22. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thy enemies, and an adversary unto thy adversaries. Man, what does that mean? In the ISUPK, we have the same spirit as the Most High. The Lord said, if you follow him, he will be an enemy to your enemies. Anybody who want to come against the truth, come against it. But just know the Lord not with you. If you're going through anything in your life and you following the Lord and you doing what the Lord tell you to do, he's going to fight that battle for you. He's going to fight that battle for you. Any of your enemies is the Lord enemies. When I came in the truth, a lot of niggas didn't like me, got mad about, here come brother Raheem, here come brother, like this, all try to be funny and saying little slick shit. But at the same time, now I'm here, half of those brothers is unalive. They're not even here for their kid. The Lord said, your enemies, I will take care of because they will be my enemies. They will be the Lord's enemies. And what else? And any adversary unto thee will be an adversary unto me. Anybody who got your back will love you, man, the Lord gonna love them. Somebody who telling you truth and right from wrong, the Lord gonna appreciate that, and he's gonna put in them the truth to tell you right from wrong. That's why counsel is so important. You can go to the generals and get any type of counsel about what you should do, how you should do it. And a lot of people say, I'm not listening to them, but the Lord is telling them. And 9 times out of 10, they have the truth. If you want to change your life and you want to better yourself, you have to understand, as a people of the Most High, we have to understand that the Lord, law, statutes, and commandments is what we should do. And through that, forever have a protection. We forever have a friend. We forever have a father, man. And with that, I'm Precinct Officer of 500 Uraga Bar. This is the ISUPK Tuesday night brotherhood class. I'd like to salute all the brothers out by saying Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Ra'atam and Yahweh Shamar Alatham Ba'ashim Yahushua all the sisters.